Think about planting a tiny seed in the soil. You water it carefully every single day. You make sure it gets enough sunlight. For a long time, nothing seems to happen on the surface. You look at the patch of dirt, and it looks just the same as it did yesterday, and the day before that. It is easy to wonder if anything is growing at all. You might even feel a little bit silly, tending to that empty spot. This is the silent start of many great things. It demands faith in what you cannot yet see with your own eyes. This experience is very much like starting a new goal. You might begin with a burst of wonderful energy. You are excited about the future you imagine. You want to see big changes happen really fast. But true, lasting growth often begins deep underground, hidden from view. It takes time for the roots to spread wide and strong. This foundational work doesn't offer immediate rewards or applause. It doesn't shout its progress to the world. It just quietly, steadily does its work preparing for what is to come. Consider learning a new musical instrument or perhaps writing your very first book. Think about the effort it takes to build a successful business from nothing, or the dedication required to adopt a genuinely healthier lifestyle. In the initial days, the passing weeks, and sometimes even for several months, there might be very little outward evidence of your hard work. You practice scales but your fingers still fumble. You write pages but the story feels clunky. This is perfectly normal. This is an essential part of the entire process. The real challenge, the true test of your desire, is to keep going forward. It is to maintain your trust in the careful process you have chosen. It is to continue believing in the value of the consistent work you are putting in, even when the wider world does not yet acknowledge it or see any tangible proof. This is the very place where genuine commitment is truly born and begins to take its deepest roots. It is in these quiet moments of unseen effort that your character is forged. Very big goals can often feel incredibly overwhelming when you look at them. They can seem so far away in the distant future, like a mountain you can barely see. This feeling of immense distance can sometimes make us want to stop before we even truly begin. But it is vital to remember that every single great achievement, no matter how grand, is constructed from a long series of small individual actions. These are tiny steps, repeated with patience, over and over and over again. Imagine a skilled builder constructing a massive, strong wall. He does not try to lift the entire wall into place at once. That would be impossible for anyone. Instead, he carefully lays one single brick. Then he lays another brick right next to it, and then another. Each individual brick might seem quite insignificant on its own. It doesn't look like much progress. But with each brick added, the wall grows a little taller, a little stronger, a little closer to completion. Every small action you decide to take towards your goal is like one of those carefully placed bricks. It might not feel like you are making a huge difference in that single moment. It might seem too small to count, but every action adds up. It builds positive pressure. It steadily creates the necessary conditions for an eventual breakthrough to occur. Consistency in these small actions is the absolute key to unlocking your potential. It is the steady rhythm of progress. Focusing your attention on these small, daily actions helps make the entire journey feel much more manageable and less daunting. It effectively shifts your mental focus away from the distant, perhaps intimidating, final outcome. Instead, it brings your attention right back to the present effort, the thing you can control right now. This is precisely how you build unstoppable momentum. This is how you ensure you keep moving forward one small brick at a time towards your dream. It is a very natural human desire to want to see results from our efforts quickly. Our brains are, in many ways, wired to seek out and respond to immediate rewards and positive feedback. When we invest our valuable time and energy into something, and then we see little or no visible change, it can feel incredibly discouraging and disheartening. We might start to seriously doubt our abilities. We might question if our plan is even working at all. This is a common human experience on the path to any goal. This challenging period is often referred to as the Valley of Disappointment. You are consistently putting in the necessary effort. You naturally expect to see a steady, linear rise in your results, like a straight line going upwards. However, true progress is very rarely a smooth, straight line. It often includes a frustrating dip or a long plateau, before it eventually begins to climb upwards towards success. Many well-intentioned people unfortunately give up when they find themselves in this difficult valley. They lose hope too soon. Another significant reason why we sometimes feel the urge to quit is the trap of comparison. We look around and we see other people who appear to be achieving their results much faster or with less effort than us. We often forget that their individual journey is completely different from our own. We forget that they too might have faced their own silent starts, their own hidden struggles, their own valleys of disappointment. Comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20 can easily steal your joy and critically undermine your resolve. Fear of potential failure also plays a very significant role in our desire to stop. If we are not seeing the immediate results we hoped for, we might begin to interpret this lack of quick success as a sign that we are failing. We might then decide it is better to quit proactively before we officially fail and have to face that feeling. But it is crucial to understand, not seeing immediate results is not the same as failure. True failure only happens when you decide to give up on your goal completely. So, how can we effectively stay committed when results are slow to appear? First, it is helpful to redefine what success means on a daily basis. Shift your primary focus from the distant outcome to the immediate process. Ask yourself, did you show up today as planned? Did you complete the work you set out to do? If yes, then that is a significant win. Take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate these small, consistent process wins. They are the building blocks of long-term achievement. Second, make it a habit to track your progress, no matter how small or incremental it may seem at the time. You could keep a simple journal of your efforts. You might use a dedicated app on your phone, or even just put a check mark on a calendar. Seeing even tiny improvements visually represented can be surprisingly and powerfully motivating. It provides concrete proof that you are indeed moving forward, even if it is happening slowly. This visual evidence helps to build and reinforce your belief in the process. Third, try to find a supportive community or a reliable accountability partner. Sharing your specific goals, your progress, and your inevitable struggles with others can make the entire journey feel much less lonely and isolating. Other people can offer invaluable support, fresh perspectives, and timely encouragement, especially when you feel like giving up hope. They can gently remind you of why you started this journey in the first place and help you see how far you've already come. Remember the stories of people like Thomas Edison. He famously encountered thousands of failed experiments before he successfully invented the practical, incandescent light bulb. Think of Oprah Winfrey, who faced numerous significant setbacks and rejections early in her career before achieving global success. They all deeply understood that sustained commitment, even in the face of no immediate results, is the well-trodden path to remarkable achievements. The long-term rewards of unwavering persistence are truly immense. Keep going. Your breakthrough is patiently waiting for you.